Riverside's R.J. Anderson is a rising star in the world of off-road racing. I caught up with Anderson, who competes in the Lucas Oil Off-Road Series Pro Lite division during a recent race at Glen Helen Raceway. What do you think of the course and the competition this weekend?
Yeah, Glen Helen's awesome. You know, it's my home crowd. I only live, 20 minutes down the road, so this is the closest race for me. I get a lot of family and friends out here, and the energy is always good. It's actually our first night race of the year, so normally we race during the middle of the day, and this time they turn on the lights and we go at it at night. So it's awesome. It turns up the energy, and it's really cool and a fun racing atmosphere. So I always look forward to this event. I got into this sport with my dad. He was actually been in off-road his whole life, being a crew chief for Walker Evans. So when I was young, I got to come to some of these races, and then they kind of got out of doing it with my dad owning a business now and manufacturing shocks and wheels. But with him doing that, it also kind of opened the door for me to get back into it when I got a little older. So it's been cool. I've been around it my whole life, so to keep it going in my family is awesome.
Talk about the sport in general with the introduction of MAV TV and getting more exposure and some big names like Brian Deegan crossing over, doing off-road. I mean, this sport's growing, right? Talk about the popularity and where it is right now.
Yeah, we always kind of joke that it's the biggest kept secret. It's I don't know, it's cool, and every time we get people out to these races, they always love them. It's just the matter of getting people out here to come watch us and come enjoy the show we put on. It's just like it's trucks on like a supercross type track, just totally going after one another, and so it's fans normally love it. So the sport's still growing, and I can't wait to see where it takes us.
You're just 20 years old, and you're already great in the sport, but where do you see this maybe 2, 3, 5 years down the line? I mean, biggest name in the sport. I mean, where do you hope to take this?
No, yeah, it'd be awesome to grow and expand in off-road racing itself, kind of reach out and touch different aspects. There's desert racing and other kinds of forms of racing that off-road has to offer, and I'm kind of still just in one little tight niche right now. So I like to expand out from there, and once I can do that, just kind of see where it takes me and, just kind of go with it from there.
Now we see guys like, for example, Travis Pastrana does everything, right? Motocross, rally cars, NASCAR now. I mean, do you want to stay with off-road and like the different disciplines there, or do you want to maybe adventure? I saw you on a motorcycle earlier. I mean, what do you want to do?
Yeah. I always was into motocross when I was young, but mom hated it, so that's why I didn't get into that. But it's just I'm up for whatever. I always have fun when I get to try different things. I've had a couple of different times where I got to jump in a car and race a car, and so it's fun. I like doing it all, and being able to race for a living is something.
It's all adrenaline rush, right? I mean, it's all the same thing when you boil.
Oh yeah. That's what I have a couple that are actually 2-seaters. The car race out here is just a 1-seater, but when I'm able to give people rides and stuff, they're like, it's so much different, when they're just behind the wheel and they get to see what we see. And so no, definitely full adrenaline 100% of the time.
I'm Pep Fernandez for the Press Enterprise and PE.com.